She wanted him gone. She wanted him out of her life. She wanted him 6 feet under.
She definitely wanted him murdered.
Pain or no pain.
If he hurts, let him hurt.
But don't mess up the car.
Try not to f up the car, because then I can have a car.
But in the end, the good guys won.
You take your clothes off, everybody's equal.
There is such a thing as modesty.
A nudist war in Southern California.
She is the most, spiritually, in any event, the most beautiful girl I know.
She's this wonderful sort of tweedy, country horsey woman who sort of whiffs of wet dogs and cigarettes.
Hopefully Charles and I will have the next 30, 40 years together.
He created more saints than any other pope before him. The 5 reasons why he should now be known as St. John Paul. Hello and welcome to A Current Affair. I'm Tim Green. Thanks for joining us. Sometimes the scariest thing about evil is the package that it comes in. The evil in our story today is petite, attractive, blonde, polite, the kind of woman you might find waiting on lunch tables at your local restaurant. In fact, that's what she did. Now, one of her customers would suspect that behind the cute disposition was a lethal instinct to have her own way, no matter who had to die. Here's our Harris Faulkner.
Miss Renteria definitely had a cold side to her. She specifically wanted her husband killed. He was worth more to her dead than he was alive. We elected to have an undercover police officer pose as a hitman, and it was determined that I would play that role. My name is Jeff Draben, and I'm a police officer with the Yuma Police Department.
This is the story of the Susan Elizabeth Renteria case, a textbook example of law enforcement working at its best. It's a classic videotaped undercover sting operation, an open and shut court case, and a stiff sentence. Cops and prosecutors say it's welcome work when they can get an easy one. And this one began on a late summer evening in Yuma, Arizona.
Yuma is located in the arid southwest corner of Arizona, with California to the west and Mexico to the south. Criminals built the Yuma Territorial Prison and became its first inmates. By the time the prison closed, thousands of inmates had spent time here, 29 of them women. Susan Renteria was married to United States Marine Javier Renteria. The marriage had failed and was headed for divorce, so Susan hatched a plot to take a less troublesome, more profitable way out of her vows: murder. But the plot unraveled when Susan told friends she wanted her husband dead. The friends, in turn, told cops, and Yuma police launched an investigation.
Based on my experience and investigative skills, I was going to pose as an outlaw biker from the Midwest and meet with Miss Renteria and arrange for contract murder on her husband.
That meeting is set for a local Yuma area Kmart, equipped with high-tech security cameras. The hitman is really Yuma Police Detective Jeff Draben. The vehicle is wired for video and sound. Renteria arrives on time and gets in the passenger seat.
Now, what is it that you would require of me? Like, what is it that you want done?
I want him out of my life.
How do you want him out?
Just gone so he won't take my daughter from me.
Okay. Gone is a big word. You know, when you say gone, where?
6 feet under.
6 feet under.
That's what I want.
When she made the comment about, I want him 6 feet under, at that point I knew that she definitely wanted him murdered.
This was not a joke in anybody's mind.
Deanne Sandry is a prosecutor for Yuma County, Arizona.
She truly believed that she was making arrangements with this person to kill her husband.
How do I find this guy? Well, do me a favor, draw the streets in.
And like inside all like the apartment complex, not apartment complex, but between like the houses, there's like a own little village right there. There's like 24th Street and 24th Place.
Okay.
And he lives there.
I got the map from Miss Renteria, got a description of Javier, and I told her that I was going to go out and try to find him and kill him.
Whenever you have a defendant making statements themselves, clear statements about their intentions. It always strengthens your case.
Then, Susan Renteria made two chilling statements while plotting to kill her husband. First, she requests the hitman try not to mess up the car.
How do you want this to go?
Try not to fuck up the car.
Okay. All right.
Because then I can have a car.
In the second one, she discusses how much pain to inflict on Javier.
If he hurts, is that going to bother you?
If he hurts, let him hurt.
Okay. All right, then. Tell me how I could find him tonight.
She was very sincere about it.
The tone of her voice, not just what she was saying, but how she was saying it.
Why did Susan want her husband dead? The key motive? Money. $250,000 worth of benefits she would get from the Marines. Susan also wanted to avoid a custody battle for their daughter, and she wanted a new life in her hometown of Chicago.
What are you going to get out of this?
My daughter.
Besides your daughter, I mean, is there nothing else?
Because I want to go home and be a pastry chef. I have a job lined up at a nice restaurant downtown. I can go, but he won't let me take my daughter. It's just, right now, at this present time, it's freaking hard. And this would be my easiest way out.
Okay. All right.
I believe that the videotape was a very strong piece of evidence to see the demeanor of the defendant as she is talking to the undercover officer.
Susan Renteria offered the hitman her husband's motorcycle and a car as payment for the murder. Detective Drabin offered Susan one last chance to back out, to call it off.
In 30 minutes, if there's a change of plan, okay? If you change your mind or anything else, call me, all right? And we'll work it that way.
All right.
Okay?
I'll see you
all right.
Okay, cool. I told her that I was going to go out, I was going to find Javier, and I was going to kill him.
She weighed the pros and the cons, the right and wrong, and still went forward and chose to commit the criminal offense.
By this time, Marine military police involved in the undercover operation had convinced Javier his wife was making arrangements to have him killed. So Javier agreed to pose for a picture, simulating his own shooting death. Susan never called to abort the hit on her husband. Officer Drabin returned to show Susan the picture and confirm the hit. The area around the Kmart parking lot was swarming with police officers in concealed positions.
Susan! You need to see that you need some doing. He's out of your life. He's out of your life. Okay? You need to see anything? Prove it? I need to destroy that. Okay? Is that all you need to see? He's out of your life?
Suddenly, the call goes out to police for the takedown.
Out of the car! Out of the car! Get on the car! You, get on the car! Get on the car! Get on the car! Look, I didn't do it, all right? I don't care!
Susan Elizabeth Renteria was charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. She accepted a plea to lesser charges of perjury and solicitation to commit first-degree murder. Susan got 9.5 years in prison. Plenty of time to reflect on her choice to commit murder as an easy way out.
I said I didn't think anything was going to happen to my husband either.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying you don't know when you wake up in the morning and somebody's just going to die of you.
I did feel that the police had done a good investigation. They handled it very well, very professionally.
Every officer I've ever spoke with who's essentially posed as a hitman and done murder for hire investigation like this has the same feeling, that at least they know that they may have saved somebody.
Okay, out in 9 years. Not a great marriage prospect. We'll be back with more in a moment. There's a nudist war in San Diego. Run for cover. That's coming up. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Green. See you next time.